going to continue a concept that I talked about not long ago on things you think are good for you, but maybe they're not so good for you. Today we're going to discuss, shouldn't I put a pillow underneath my knees at night when I sleep? Isn't that good for my back? I'm going to say not necessarily. Stay tuned. I'm Lisa McCall, and posture, where my body is in space. What do I do with my body when it comes to gravity? That's my thing. Yep. All right, today we're going to discuss pillow underneath your knees, when you sleep. Okay, so this is a very, very common concept that people think this is wonderful for you. You go to get a massage, they put a pillow underneath your knees. You go to the doctor's office, they do it. Physical therapists do it. And they do it because they want your back to be relaxed. Well, that's fine. For a temporary period of time, it's fine. It's fine. But why is it not good for you to do on a regular basis? Because it really isn't. Let's just use common sense again. My best friend, common sense. All right, if I'm going to sleep all the time with a pillow underneath my knees, okay? Go to bed, pillow, everything feels nice, got a pillow here. Well, your pillow is getting your body to think that this is a normal position, okay? That having a slight bend in your knees, which is a shortened hamstring, and your back being flat is good when it's not. So your body will adapt to that being normal. So when you constantly put a pillow underneath your knees, you are basically recreating this posture because your body is really a habitual thing. It just, the more you do something, the more it adapts, the less you have to think about it, and it becomes whatever that adaptation is. So if I've got a pillow underneath my knees and my back is flat, then, like I said, my hamstrings are shortened, and then my hips get a little tight here. It's just kind of a recipe for disaster. So, here's the deal. Like I said, going and doing it, get a massage is fine, it's great, whatever. You know, it's just kind of causing the muscles in the area to maybe relax. But here's the little catch. If you remember when you were little, well, maybe you don't, but anyway, when you're little, you could lie on the floor or you could lie on the ground, and most of your body would hit the ground. And as you get older, so often you'll feel like there's only these points, like, oh, ouch, you know, I feel a lot of pressure here, I feel a lot of pressure here. And you feel these pressure points touching the ground and not really like your body relaxed. And that has to do with the fact that you become kind of tense and your body's adjusted to a different environment of standing and moving that isn't as centered and upright. So I have a game that I play is that I work on lying on the floor a lot and getting comfortable without anything. And that's another video or 2 or 3 or 4, who knows. Okay, so what are you going to do if you've been using a pillow forever and you're like, oh my gosh, because it won't be comfortable if you're used to having a pillow. You have to gradually get rid of the pillow. Maybe get the pillow smaller and smaller and smaller. And when you go to bed, you're going to do maybe this one movement. And there are more movements that I have on my videos that you can purchase on my website. But one of these is, you know, just walk your elbows back. Oh, this is actually in my book called Chest Hang. And you're going to let your ribs hang. And this walking elbows kind of gets a little stretch in the low back. And then you press your elbows apart and you stretch your neck really long onto your pillow or whatever you're supporting or not. And what you've done is you've gotten more of your upper back rib area on the floor. And that will take some stress out of your low back. Your low back is not designed to be flat to the floor. There's a natural tiny arch in there. But let's say then your knees are like this because they've been used to being like this and it puts a strain on your back. Okay, so what you want to do is maybe get a couple of towels or wash rags and you want to wedge them into the sides of your knees. So if I wedge, then my body can relax in here and it's a support but it's not a blocking of my body to let go. So wedging is a wonderful thing you can do to create a shift in the body so that the legs can begin to relax, okay? So I could, you could have bigger towels, but you do a little wedging until you feel like it's comfortable. And then you walk your elbows back and you walk them out, and then you get a nice super duper 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 stretch to your neck and go down. And there you go. And there's other things I can talk about in the future about helping you get more comfortable lying flat on the floor. But right now, just let's stop doing something that we think is good for us, except when you get massages and stuff like that. No worries. But when you're sleeping, how you sleep is extremely important to the your long-term effects of your posture and your movement. That's good. So have fun sleeping.